Alright kids, Ham and Cheese back here again with you today. And up on the bench today, we are taking a look at the FNIRSI DMT-99 digital multimeter. And the reason why we're doing this video today is we're going to do a comprehensive look at this. Something that nobody else has done for these yet, okay? And one of the things that we're going to show off is the temperature sensor, which I have not seen in a video at all yet, okay? Some people have shown off basic functions of these, but they haven't really talked about them in depth. And that's what we're going to do today. So, first and foremost, the meter has been out about a year or so. It's a solid meter. It's a nice entry to mid-level meter. If you're looking to do basic measurements, it will do the job very nicely. Some folks have reported using these for professional work, and they've put them up against flukes and other stuff, and they said there's been no issues. Okay? So first let's talk about some of the hardware on it. The actual unit itself is only about as thick as a pack of cards, maybe a little bit bigger. Overall length, we compare it to something like this flux brush here. You can see it's not very long. And it's got the nice screen on it. That's a full color screen. We'll show that off here in just a moment. One of the other hardware features features a non-contact voltage sensor. You can see that right there on the top. And at the same time, you can see that USB-C port. This is a rechargeable unit, okay? 5 volts, 1 amp rechargeable with a 1500 milliamp lithium battery inside, okay? And some of the stuff it shows off on the back, of course, is the FNIRSI QR code that shows you all their products and stuff as well. These are ports for holding the probes in place, and they hold tight when you put them in there. As you can see, you snap it in, it's not going to go anywhere. And they're a nice heavy silicone. They're going to last a really long time for you. It's got a nice little hook that you can hang it up with, and it's got a nice robust platform where you can pop it out and stand it up as well. Okay? Now, when you first turn this on, it's going to show you the screen real quick, and then it's going to go into an auto mode. From here, you can do any voltages, any amperages that you have. You can do temperature measurements. You can do all kinds of stuff. All right. Now, before we start doing some quick measurements here, let's take another look at those probes real quick. We're going to show off the connection end real quick. And as you can see, very nice heavy-duty right angle. Nice strain relief on there. It's very robust. It's a one-piece unit. It's not going to come apart on you. Okay? And they seat in well. You actually have to give them a little push, and they hold in there very well. For the business end of the probe, it's supposed to be a 20 amp probe, even though it's a 10 amp max system. It'll do up to 1000 volts max. It's got a nice sturdy handle on it, nice spot there for grabbing onto. And then these points are extremely sharp points, which is why they have the safety caps still on them. Okay? You want to keep those safety caps. Alright, let's first look at the auto ranging feature. We're going to take a look at this 100K resistor real quick, just to show it off. And it's very simple and very, very fast. Just like that, 100K. Just to show you it is on, here's our 50K that we're going to run next. And there it is, very quickly, 49K. Alright, one of the other features it has, it does capacitance testing. We'll take a look at this capacitor here. It's supposed to be 3300 at 16, but I have a feeling this thing is open, so let's find out. Yeah, it's wide open. It's actually 1.4, and it's supposed to be 3300. Okay? We can next jump over to some voltages. We have a 9-volt homebrew power pack here that we built. We'll first do the 3-volt section up on top so you can see that. And you're going to hear a click here, and that's reaching for voltage, and we just have it reversed on here. If we change it around, you can see the change right there. Okay? And just to show that this is functional and able to read the full amount, we'll go over to the full 9 volts. And there you go, 9.1. That's your DC voltage. You can tell by those lines that you see there. Let's take a look at some AC voltage next. And we're just going to pop into our wall mount here, and there you see an AC voltage of 119 volts. That's just off of our power strip that we have up on the wall here. Okay, let's now take a look at the temperature setting on this, which nobody else has featured ever on this thing. And to do this, you actually will need a second probe for purchase, and we're just going to use a standard Type K thermocouple. Very, very simple design here, okay? And the link will be in the description for this as well as the unit itself, okay? So we just seat it in. And you can see there, it goes into an auto where it's timing out because that thermocouple is tied together. So to get to that, we just kick it into temperature mode. And you can see there, it'll start to rise automatically with us just holding on to it. And then we can also set it in front of our heater down here. And you can see the temperature rise up quickly. Let's see if we can max this thing out, shall we? We're going to fire it off onto our Weller real quick and see if we can watch it come up in temp. Now the Weller is currently set at 680, and right now it's at about 320. And you can see there it's going up, and she's still going. And still rising. So gives you an idea there. 450, 460. Come down here onto the main part. Not quite as hot. Come out here to the working end. And there you can see it's starting to go up as well. So not too bad. Definitely works. Okay. Now the last piece that we'll talk about on this is we'll talk about the non-contact voltage sensor on it real quick. And I can't show that off because this is more for an open source bare wire type thing. But, oh, we have our frequency. We can measure our frequency in hertz as well. But this is what the non-contact voltage will look like. And it'll tell you if it's making contact or not. We can probe up against it. But that's the short end of it. And that's the settings for it as well. Now we'll go back into auto and we'll look at the actual unit settings itself. All you do is press and hold. We have our mode selection, which is regular, which is what we just showed. We have the option to do recordings on this as well. We can record data, or we can continuously monitor data as well. So if we have something that's not working correctly, say we have an item that we think is running away, or we're not sure what the temperature is and we want to see it, we can do that. Thresholds, we can set minimums. Right now the temperature, as you can see, is set for Fahrenheit or for Celsius, but we have it in Fahrenheit as you saw, and we can set it up to a maximum of 100 degrees Celsius, which is 212 Fahrenheit. The same with our amperages and currents for voltages and all that good stuff. History, we can see what we've measured. Settings, it comes with two different themes. You can do that one, but I prefer this one because it's a little bit bigger to read. And of course we can do Chinese or English. We can change the brightness on it, and then we can change the units from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, if we want to do a reset of the system back to factory, we can do that. And of course there's our about with our version 2.4. Okay, and then to get back out, you just long press and go back into it. Alright, so let's talk about price real quick on this thing. Most days on Amazon you can find this for anywhere from about $30 to $38, depending on who you get it through. With coupons and stuff, most days you can get it for about 32 bucks. If you get it direct from FNIRSI, they're about 45. You're going to wait a little longer. If you get it from Amazon, it'll take about 2 days to get here. And of course, you'll get that Amazon support that everybody complains about FNIRSI not having, even though I've never had an issue with them. Okay. The thermocouple probe, like I said, you've got to buy that separately. The link will be in the description for these ones. You get two of these. I think they're like $650 or $750 or something like that. Very simple probe. You can get more high-end ones for $10 or $12 a piece, but these do a fantastic job, as you can see right there. Okay. And then, of course, you get the probes, and you get a nice little USB charger for this as well. Or rather, a USB cable, like so. And then you can plug it in and go to work with it. Alright, so there it is. The FNIRSI DMT-99 digital multimeter. If you're looking for something and you really want to get stepping up on your game, this would be an outstanding choice to do it with. Alright. Thanks for watching, kids. 7-3, and as always, keep it cheap and easy, just like me.